Okay, today we're going to do an unboxing of the Sansaire Sous Vide. Now this is actually the second one I've had. I did a video earlier on the filet, which the first time I really tried the filet, and I used it, and I mentioned about the noise. And I had sent in a ticket to Sansaire support, and they had said that finally after about a week they got back to me, and they said it sounded like it was defective with the noise, so to go to return it. So we did. Got a new one here, so I thought I would do an unboxing. I still stick with the Sansaire because I like the wattage, and all in all I just think it has great potential, so I want to see if it can live up to it. So let's go ahead and start opening this. Just get the ones on the side here. And let's open that up. And what we have, you get the Sansaire unit, which is firmly attached in there. And you get the instruction manual. And here is the sous vide cooking guide I mentioned in the previous video, which has the little ruler, if you will, that tells you how long it will take depending upon the thickness. And we have the power cable. So I'm going to get this set up to run, and I think I'm going to try some hard-boiled eggs using sous vide just to give it a try and see how it goes. So let's get the eggs out and we'll get her going. Okay, I've got it in the pot. And I haven't plugged it in yet because I haven't put any water into it. So now I'm going to go ahead and fill up the pot using the handy pot filler. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and we'll plug it in and get it up to temperature. Okay, so I plugged it in and I thought I had a problem because I didn't hear anything. So I turned it on, turned it off, and was like, oh great, it's broken. And then I stuck my finger down about outside where the water comes out, and lo and behold, it was pushing water. And they are correct. When this is right and it's a correct unit, I can barely hear anything, and yet it's cranking up the temperature. So compare it to the last time. Listen to this. That's pretty quiet, so I will definitely take that. So just wait and we'll finish getting it up to temperature, and then we'll put our eggs in. Okay, it's up to temperature. I've selected, I just want a hard-boiled egg, or they call it firm here. I'm using the Sansaire app, and if you look there it says put it at 163.4 degrees for 45 minutes. Which is what I intend on doing. Some other ones were a little bit different, but we'll go with this. So as you can tell, it is dead quiet. Can't even hear it, and if you notice, the temperature is rock on stable. So that's great. So I'm going to take my 2 eggs, using a little spider here to gently put them in. Don't need to put them in the bag, as eggs come sous vide ready. Okay. Set those in there, and I'm going to let those go for 45 minutes, and then we'll see how they go. Alrighty, it's been 45 minutes, and they're ready to get out. Now, something I did do a few times here in the last 45 minutes is I did check the temperature like I did in the last video, using both a thermal pen and a laser thermometer. And what I found is somewhat similar to how it was before, is that from the thermal pen it seems to be about one degree less, maybe 1.5 than what it says in here, and then using the laser thermometer it gets to about 162, so I think it's with about 1 degree. So I think with this unit I would say it thinks it's maybe 1 degree hotter than it actually is. So I'm fine with that. I think it's pretty good. If anything, you just have to crank it up 1 more degrees. I'll continue to do this as I keep using this sous vide and to see how it goes. So I'm going to go ahead and get the eggs out and see how they look. Alrighty, the eggs are out, and now I'm going to go ahead and try to peel them and see how easy or difficult this may be. They are warm. Okay, it's definitely soft. Now remember, I wanted these to be a firm, or for me a hard-boiled, or as they call it, a firm egg. It's still pretty wet there. And I'm going to cut through it here. And the yolk is completely solid, but I have to say the whites are still pretty soft, as you can see right there. And yes, you can pick it up, but you can also see. So I think I'm going to try it again, maybe a little bit higher, to see how to get those whites a little bit firmer. But all in all, I have to say this Sansaire did much better than the other one. It's being quiet. It kept the temperature closer. So all in all, I'm very happy with the Sansaire, and I look forward to making more videos with more food cooked with it. Alright, for the second egg, I decided to chill it for about 15 minutes to see if the peeling would make any difference. So now it's been nice and chilled. I'm going to see what if any difference the chilling makes. Okay, that seems a little bit better. Oh yeah. So now you see, like in the first one I did, I noticed that some of the white is sticking to the eggshell, which is one of the reasons why this is so thin. So I'm going to have to look into how to get that egg white a little bit more firm and make it a little bit easier to get it out of the shell in order to use it in any ramens or salads is really what I'm looking to do, and the such. So I'll keep working at it, but so far, so good.